Tears have refused to cease flow from our vulnerable eyes. Of the crimes we were compelled to commit when our thoughts were less wise, when promises were lies, when our stained souls refused to rise, when greed guided our actions against what our anthems and pledges symbolize, turning our world into a lifeless, lightless hell, more disturbing than a wrong bell, more discomforting than a prison cell, more disregarded than a waterless well. If this is our story to tell, should we be forgiven or should we pay the price? Our hardened hearts were the cutting clippers of the atrocities we committed. Hunt for power was why we perpetually perpetrated. Our ruthless supplications became gun to the head, broken leg, bloody bed, everything red except the hearts that turned dark with no action vindicated. What the wicked mind selected, what the bloody brains directed, what the brutal hands executed, what the testimonies reported, what commissioners recorded, what the media broadcasted, what the public detected. We are sorry and we've apologized. You may consider our request we've regretted. Kon budé bugon dundin wu rafet a taxoon ñu daan tur deret. Réccu rendi nañu tere ñu reen ndax mënuñoo jot seen bébét. Seen ëllëg lëndëm ñu ru sëgg ñëw waat dëgg ngir jéggal ñu jàngee si nandee si lépp lu bon leen ko moytu. ñu wax dëgg bañ gëdd juboo bokk namp benn ween fas ene lu fi amoon bu mu fi amati tax ñu ne never again. Shall a single soul dictate our lives and put us all in pain? Never again. Shall our fundamental human rights be abused in vain? Never again. Shall we use arms against the innocent for a loss of lives we can't regain? Never again. Shall rape, torture and maltreatment exist if peace should reign? Never again. Shall we tolerate the frowning faces of tribalism and infectious illness of religious intolerance? Never again. Shall any president or government be given glorious guts to stamp on the teachings of the Constitution or stain the integrity of our public institutions? Kadu nyatonka ya manke mansa yati, no maro manke jong yati, nyo moyoni makoy rolong na yirwa kanakati, kukurumbal keta no koma berina banku kutaya mantati, fonse karangado, ikana senka na barol senwati, wata fele nimisa ya bala, be yamfo dane lalma, alse yamfa mbela, mbesa yamfa nyola kaironi nyato taye sabati. As we remember that in defense of our fundamental human rights and growing democracy, the law would take its share of the cake in its obligatory duty, through the lenses of impartiality, through the spirit of neutrality, in avoiding reoccurrence of atrocities and appreciate life security. This is not a witch hunt or a restoration of hate. It is a strive to discover the truth and reconcile in good faith. Justice against injustice, purity against impurity, unity against disunity, democracy against impunity. Then we will free our hearts in freedom. Forgive, not forget, but foresee future favors in the form of national unity. We may forgive to forget if we cannot forget to forgive. If not forgetting to forget is not a form of forgiving. Forgiveness forms my favorite form of forgetting. So never again shall we allow dictatorship in this country. Never again shall we in advance call a perpetrator a trash in a trash can to be trash in jail. Never again shall any evidence be tampered with if our desires ought to find the truth shall not fail. Never again shall any victim or victim's relative take the law into their own hands if they want peace to prevail. Never again shall we allow the past to derail our beautiful coexistence, love and harmony if our state ship shall sail. That despite the past horror and sorrow, we still have a nation to build, to keep the smiling cause smiling, to let our pain heal, to keep our peaceful flag flying, to restore love and hope in everyone, to keep our stars shining. If this becomes our code in all that we seek to do, one day the perpetrator will say, "I love you," as the victim will respond, "I love you too." Omar.